Hi guys, my name is John Girardi. Welcome to my Kung Fu video on military Kung Fu. I came up with this stuff myself. I'm a Kung Fu system finding specialist, a boxing system finding specialist, and I studied the military in school. I actually am a military intelligence analyst, but I also don't like to call it that. I don't believe intelligence has anything to do with being human. Okay, I call it military knowledge finding and intelligence. I study the main parts of the military, like knowledge finding in, bull crap out, it's called. I study ninjutsu military finding systems, and I study ways to find systems. I come up with this stuff all by myself. So I want to teach you some really, really good, real, not fake, real good Kung Fu stuff. Okay, one's going to come from, a lot of them will come from a jab, which happens every single day, or just a punch like that, okay? Or somebody gets into a stance and starts boxing, okay? Or somebody tries to take you down. All right, so we're going to start with a jab. Now, the first technique, okay, is that we want to bring our body to the outside of the punch and get out of harm's way. In the fight world, it's called get out of harm's way. Okay, but we're going to also bring up our hand. Okay, so what we want to do, we can do this from either side with our hands. If a jab is coming at us, we can come and scoop it this way and come to the outside of it. So it looks like this, just like that. Okay, we have a kick here. Let me scoot over. Right here is his leg. I scoot it over. And what you do is you whip the bottom of your foot at his shin, okay, on the side over here, and you'll break it. Okay? So it looks like this. Just like that. Okay? Come to the side. You can bring it down with your body weight. Okay? And it brings you down here. Okay? You can either come with a swing leg hook. Okay, like that, or boom, you stomp kick them right on the shin. Okay, so that's one. If you want me to show you that hook, that's one of the best boxing hooks there is. Okay, this is not, no, it's not fancy. So you come here and you bring his jab down. So he's jabbing you. Bam! Catch the whole thing and bring it down. Swinging leg hook. This leg comes swinging. Okay? So, there's two. That'll knock the guy right out, or kill him. Okay, now we want to get into, like, another kick. So what we're going to do, okay, is that when he throws a jab right down the center, we're going to pop it. Okay, we're going to strike at it. And elbow him right in the face. Okay? You can do that, but I want you to get low. I don't want you to come up like that. So it looks like this. Wham! And you strike it. Okay, you strike, but you're turning and you pop him because he could be getting away from it. Like he's going to dip down and then you pop him right in the face. Okay? Practice that. It looks like this. He's throwing a jab right down the pipe. Okay? Just like that. Okay? And when you're here, if you hit him in the chest or the throat, you have look, your shot, swing your leg, and bam, right in the face. Okay? So it's boom, boom, whah, boom, right down the center. And you claw his face. Okay? But you got to be fast. Okay? One set up, two set up, so, bam, so, right down the center. Okay? If you get a little iffy with that, because it may be a little bit complicated, because of the spin, okay, just go boom and hit it, come with a claw and then another one. That's a little bit easier, but that'll work too. The forearms are a weapon. Now that was a certain kind of forearm technique, but in 52 blocks boxing from jail. It's a jail fighting. You come in with a block like this, but it's also a strike at the same time. And you can do many things with that whole scenario. You add knowledge to that whole strike and block at the same time. Okay, and it becomes a very good fighting tool. I just pop it out. Okay, you could come down the center and scratch the entire face with multiple tiger claws. Okay, if somebody comes like this, we have a tiger claw right down the center. Okay, but what they're going to do, people that know what they're doing, they're going to set it up and pop you when you come right down the center. Okay, so be careful. What you want to understand is you want to get their purpose away. So they go, whoa, and then you come down the center. It opens it up. Okay, so let's get to easier stuff. So the next one, right, is we're going by a jab now. If they throw a jab, what we're going to do is we're going to catch it in the front and then with the back. Boom. Okay, but we're going to go a little slight to the side. Boom, pop. But we're going to throw a claw like this at their eyeball. Okay, so it looks like this. Just like that. And when you're here, you have right down the center. But put your palm to the side. Don't punch them like that. Okay, because it takes the power out of your punch. This whole angle here, this whole is large muscles. When you go like this, it takes it away. Palm to the side is the whole large muscles called gross motor movements in the military. So you come first, second, okay, bam. You pop them in the eye. This is Kung Fu, guys, military Kung Fu, okay? Or we have a chin jab, but a chin jab is to go like that and like almost place your forearm on their chest like that and grab their face. What we're going to do is we're going to put it into a whole strike. Okay, you don't just go, huh, like that. Okay, what we want to do, okay, this is going to change the punch. You can still do it with a jab when somebody throws a jab. You just pop, pop, bam. But you throw it, and if you're back here, they're throwing a jab. They're going to be right in front of me, or they can't make contact to my face. Okay, so we're here, and we go bam, bam, and then throw it. So just like that. Okay, it all has to be in a fluid motion towards your opponent. Okay, if they're coming on a haymaker like this or something like that, you just come in. Okay, you could strike the strike and let a sound out, of course, and you come right at them. Okay, this is Kung Fu though because it's a claw. Okay, now we have a tiger boxing style. Okay, where we come in here and we start, and it's 52 blocks. Tiger boxing. Okay, then we have crazy tiger boxing. Then we have tattoo type combatives, 52 blocks Kung Fu. Okay, we're going to throw some claws in there, some principles on how to really hurt the person, but those are in my other videos, but I'm just going to teach you some techniques. Okay, you're going to learn how to give yourself a tattoo, so when you hit somebody, their body will like do however you gave yourself the tattoo to do. Blow up, turn to goo, I don't care. Soften the entire body up where they can't even walk. Take their nerves off their body, through them. Okay, I understand that sounds funny, but it's real. Okay? So, we have a punch like that, or 1, 2. Okay, we got a 1 here, and then a 2 coming at you as you come in. Okay? So we got, bam! Get out of the way of the jab, and put up your guard, put a hook, and scratch the eye, come right down the center. Okay, so look, jab's coming right here, okay? So we got, just like that, okay? Done quick, right to the eyes, fingernails grown, okay? And you got some nasty stuff in there, all right? You can do that from both sides. Okay, so over here, go on the other side, okay? Also, we have the Kung Fu kick to the inner leg, but we have to set it up here where, okay, they're throwing a punch this way. You can do these from both sides. Okay, it comes here and then you kick on that side, that's fine. But there's a couple of kicks I'm going to show you. Now these are very good. Okay, so what we're going to do is hook this way, okay, or you can come like this with an outside, but you have to hit it hard and go boom. Get your guard up here and just stomp, kick, but follow through the whole thing. Okay? You can kick their shin, you can kick their knee, but then we have the inner kick like I was gonna show you. Okay, you could do that. Then we have, and you just start boxing down the center. Okay? Just, they're not whatchamacallit. They're not fake. When you do an inside leg kick, okay, you have to be closer than you think, like the guys in the UFC. Okay, and when they throw a jab, they're not as fast as you think, fighters like you think. First of all, you don't think, you see them. Okay, and that's how you have to train. You have to say, bam, real fast. Okay? When something is coming at you, okay, that has nothing to do with how you think. Okay? The reason you react is because, I'm not going to say fight or flight here, which is something where you see harm in front of you, okay, and you either fight the harm or you run away from the harm because of how you saw it. Okay? I don't believe in that. I know it sounds funny. It's called fight or flight from the autonomic nervous system. Okay? I don't believe in it. And there's a good reason for that. Okay? Because I actually, I know how to think better about the brain. Also, this fact. Okay? When you go outside, okay, you step out your house during the summertime, you feel that heat faster than an instant, which is the only speed that the eye could tell, or the brain won't react. It's too fast, and that's how fast I want you to be when you understand this kind of thing. So go by the sun, whoa, it hit you, and your eye couldn't even tell. Okay? When the sun is shining in your eye, it's too fast where you can't take your head away. It's just too fast. Okay? I want you to be faster than that. I want you to train on that fact. But you're not seeing, like some harmful thing, even though the sun is harmful to the body. It's also very relaxing and very therapeutic, but at the same time, the quickness is what I want you to worry about. It is harm, don't get me wrong, so go by that too, that's fine. But when a fighter is coming at you, they are not going to be as fast as the sun hitting your body. Okay? So be faster than the sun hitting your body. Bam! As fast as you can go. Okay? And when you see yourself faster, see yourself go faster with your eye. When you find your way there, it's not your brain doing it. It's your punch. Okay? Finds the way. And it's not your muscle memory or your arm talking either. Okay? It's a hidden knowledge in your body. Okay? And this is called Dimmac. Alright? But you have to learn how to find it about yourself. And nobody really understands how, except for maybe 3 people in the world, and I'm one of them. Okay? You have to massage yourself in a certain sequence. Okay? Bruce Lee was completely insane. Alright? Shapeful, formful water does things in motion and notion, not expression. Okay? So shapeful and formful motion and notion of your body's muscle when you massage yourself will do amazing things. Okay? And you can also add to the massage anything it needs, not the people, or not your hand and your receiving arm, okay, but the massage itself. So if you want to add the fact that your muscles are going to go back when you take your hand off, okay, then you'll do it. If you want to add the fact that you are going to do a certain circle to do it, and it doesn't even matter if your muscle goes back, yes, you do that, a certain type of circle, or a certain type of a circle. Not the circle that we know, a circle. You do the circle. You then found it up that way of finding speed, or being dangerous too, okay? And speed is dangerousness, okay? So that's how you could really find yourself to be fast, okay? Your brain is not doing it, because, tell you the truth, when you massage yourself with Dimmac, again, in say a certain kind of circle, you can heal your brain with that massage, and then your brain heals your body in a unit. But that does not mean when you think it's that it's going to affect your muscle, because it's not. Okay. Also, this seeing shit in front of you, okay, all right, and then you either run or you don't, and you fight, okay, that's not real, okay, because I know that I can massage myself, so it's not real. I can massage myself, so genetics isn't even real, okay. DNA fighting is real. You can store your genetics and DNA with anything you want, okay. At the same time, you find the speed, then you find the speed faster, okay, then faster, all right, and you'll get it down. And this is Kung Fu, okay. So, then let's get back to the techniques. When you have here, okay, when somebody sees stuff like this, okay, they're going to be like, oh shit. They are though, so just don't really do it yet. Keep one of them fist and just keep one open. Okay, you can do it in the front or you can do it in the back. Okay, so keep the front fist in the fist if you want, and the back open. When you come in here, then you open, then you do a claw. Okay, so that's a little pointer in there. You can come with a reverse scratch, and then come with this one, and then a doozy right down the center, regular punch. But you don't want to go from open to closed. When you have your fist, you go scratch. I mean, when you go reverse and then scratch, come with another claw. Don't go like this. It tightens up your arm, and it's not real. Okay, that's all bullshit. Now the reason it is not real is because you have a nice fat thing called a wrist, and it's a big hole. Okay, you're going to think your fucking nails from squeezing some stupid thing. It's not going to do anything. Okay, when you throw that punch, your wrist contracts in and out. That whole entire thing gets shut down. Okay, because there's no muscle inside your wrist, bone, your section there. Okay, it's all baloney. Okay, the only thing I am going to tell you to lift weights, or to really do the exercises that people know about. Okay, the training with just body weight exercises like push-ups, martial arts exercises, military training. I don't care. Okay, you have to learn levitation. I just did it slightly. And you have to learn levitation of weights, okay? Then you will pick up however you wish, all right? No shit. If you can levitate up a weight while you're picking it up, you can't pick up 25 pounds, okay? The reason why is because your muscle does not remember anything. Your muscle meat does not remember. Well, there's no such thing as that, and it is the nerves in your body called your muscle memory. Okay? Meat does not remember. Your brain does, but your arm is not brain cells. It's meat cells, muscle cells, and fibers. Fibers do not get stronger. They're a little tiny thing, they do not get stronger. Okay? The reason why you pick up weights is because your brain remembers completely, and there's nothing anybody can do about it, okay, that you could pick up 25 pounds and you do it. If you remember with your brain that you could pick up, it does it completely, that's lifting weights. There's no such thing as I got stronger with meat, okay? No, your brain remembers you can do it fully, and then you do it, okay? Also, the fact that if you levitate up weight, like 3/4 of the way, you'll pick up as much as you want, okay? If you can pick up 10 pounds no matter how, and you go there and you want to curl 120 pounds, you'll do it. Levitate it right the heck up. You have to learn how to do that. And the way to do that literally, okay, I never said this on video before. I like to keep myself secret about some things here, alright? Is that you can shape a martial arts weapon in a certain how way, not a what way. And then it'll be transferred to levitating objects. Okay? This is the use of ancient weapons. And if you know the how shaping of them for a how use of them, you will do however you wish. If you can think of a how as a uniform is in, how is a uniform in, or how as a uniform is in, you will find a martial art by it. It belongs to a martial art. All you have to do is think it. If you learn how to how as think, okay, this uniform in this way, you'll blow the guy's head up. Okay? These are the real deals of Kung Fu. But when you go by the military, it's easier to do the techniques. When somebody throws a kick at you, okay? In the military, they come to the side, okay? And they come up. They come down on one side of the kick or the other. Okay? They don't go down the center of the kick, they'll get killed. They come here with a forearm blast on the side of the kick to the face, and then a strike C-cup to the throat to kill the guy, or to a C-cup claw to the eyes, and things like that. Okay? So if you just understand that you can really, the military is not hard to do, okay? It really isn't. The exercising part is where people say, "Ugh, I can't do it anymore," you know, or whatever, you know, things like that. But the fighting end, okay, when you add certain kinds of fightings to certain kinds of fightings, it makes it easier too. And then when you become good at like 15 to 20 kicks and hooking, you know, throwing hooks, or you're really good with a jab, okay, and then when they defend against your jab, when you get good at certain things at martial arts, find a system around yourself, okay, that would be the best bet. At the same time, you know, people practice kicks that they're probably never going to throw in their entire life, and that's just the way it goes. And how I am teaching you is a Dimmac Kung Fu, okay? But the real deal is that I did teach you Dimmac with the massage. Massaging is one Dimmac kind. Acupressure in a certain order is another. Marma points in Ayurvedic medicine is another. Touching yourself in a certain order is another. The tattoo type combatives, how the tattoo is shaped, how the tattoo is put in your body in a certain order, and you don't have to use ink either. Then we have another Dimmac way is the uniform way of how the uniform is configured, or how the shape is on the uniform. Okay, that is a hidden art too, called Dimmac. So really, all you have to know is how to do the order, the shaping, okay, the sequences, the configurations of all this stuff. and it's all fighting. The configuration of a defense, to the configuration of how you get a punch in. So it's poor, 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 just like that. Those are all sequences, orders, and configurations. Okay, and even shapes. Okay. Your body is a shape. Your body has 10 fingers, so it's mathematics. So that's geometry and math, and your body is a color, so that's art. Okay? And you want to get to the clairvoyant. I'm a martial arts psychic. I know how to, all the psychic ways. Okay? I know psychic medium. Okay? I know psychic clairvoyant. I know remote viewing, and I also know psychic systems and psychic ways and art forms that nobody even knows on Earth. Okay? And they just keep going. Alright? But use math, art, and shape to do them. And nobody will know, and you're going to be like, Zap! And they will just they'll fall right to the ground, they'll disappear 3/4 of the way, and then you can run. And I mean this for real. The military don't know this stuff. Okay? The CIA don't know this stuff. I find this stuff myself. I search realms and other dimensions, literally, okay, to find out new things. Because first of all, I set my target on how it's going to be first. Okay? When I find my target and things related to it, I go there, to the things related to it. That's in another realm. Okay, I could just think, and when you know something, you know something. And I don't use common sense. I use sense in general. But also, there is no right or wrong answer to this video, or anything I said in the whole video. It's the answer I give myself. That's the answer. Okay? I gave myself the answer. I give it to myself with my, by my, and from my thought. Okay? I can find out a lot of things. I know ESP. All I have to do is think the ESP answer. The realm doesn't even know, and I come up. I'll do it. Okay, that's just the way it goes, and that's a psychic and hypnosis way. Okay, hypnosis, very important. Okay, when a special forces soldier is in the jungle, they're not going to use ninjutsu like you think. They hypnotize themselves and use flanks and things to stay away, okay, and go around and kill the guy like special forces soldiers do. Okay? Also, how you have to understand is that animalistic mentality is the best mentality there is. Combat psychology, skinwalking. If you can think of a tiger how as instinct, think of a human instinct, either, so you don't have to change it to a tiger, okay? But you'll be as strong and as dangerous as one if you come up with a human instinct thought, okay, or just a how as thought better than that instinct of a tiger. You'll be even worse. You have to get it to be your whole body with massaging and how I said, and to remember that way of the sun coming at you that fast, and you pop really, really fast. Okay, the faster you are, the more dangerous you're going to be, and also they're going to not have time to react. Okay, they're not going to have time to react because the brain does not know how to react to something that is faster than the eye can tell. Okay? It doesn't know how to do that. That's it. Okay? When you are really, really fast, alright, that's the best thing ever. Okay? Then you don't have to make a fist. Okay? A fist is not necessarily as dangerous, okay, as claws. No way are they. And the reason why is because open hands go faster than closed hands. It makes a tenseness and it slows you down. When you have an open hand, you're relaxed and you can go faster. So when you see a boxer, I'm quick as lightning, like Bruce Lee, no, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. You open up those suckers if he's gonna thinks he's gonna hurt you, and you just pop it and start boxing, clawing, and then come if you want to come up with a little punch here and there, but it's not gonna knock him out. Okay, it's gonna affect him, so his eyes go up, and you come across the eyes with a scratch hook. Okay, that is kung fu. Okay, when you go, xiao, huacho, pita, no, you don't want to do that. Okay, when you come here, all right. Remember, okay, let's get into some more techniques. So we have a jab on this side. I mean, a punch on this side. Okay, we're gonna pop it, pop him in the face. We're gonna go pop, 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 and there's a million kicks that you can do from there. Bam. Okay? Just like that. The jab is coming here. Okay? It could be here too, you know, on the side, but it's coming down the center. Okay? Bam. Okay? And kick his leg. Alright? It looks like this. And they're going to be moving around, you know, like a boxer. Moving around like that. Okay? Just, and they go, whwa, and they throw a jab. Alright? So we have pop it this way, pop the jab that way, and then come in at the same time. You're going to raise your leg and kick the shin. Just like this. Okay? That's how it looks. A little bit faster. Just like that, okay? That was a cross I did, and then down to the shin. It's nasty stuff. You got to hit the shins, okay? When you know stomp kicks, okay, but the bottom of your foot hits their shin, you're going to be very happy you did so. You got to practice every single day, okay? But don't make it a workout routine. All right, to be dangerous. If there was somebody in front of me just now when I did that, their leg would be in half. Okay? Because my tattoos, my massaging, and everything I told you, and this is called Dimmac Kung Fu. Or even ninjutsu, that's fine. Okay? The reason is that you massage yourself for one technique and then the next one. That's two. There's the instantaneous kill. Then there's the kill where you come with the technique to the offense. One technique, two. Okay? That is Dimmac. Okay? Now the reason of this is that the instantaneous kill in so many ways is called Shema. You can call it however you want in Chinese. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know how to do that. Just for the video's sake. Shema. This is the instantaneous kill. Oh, the instantaneous break. Right there. They miss with the jab. You put your head back and stomp kick them right in the shin. Okay? The next one is the delayed death touch. Or the delayed kill. Okay? So that's two strikes to say. This is a Dimmac fighting art that I'm showing you, okay? But it's a military one, all right? Now, the principle of boom, 1 and 2, is that you pop the guy with a finger, okay? Just to say, they died 2 weeks later. It's the same thing as if you went up to them, popped them right in the chest and took a gun 2 weeks later, boom! And shot him right in the head. It's the same thing. 1 and 2. Okay? So we got 1, 2. Okay? If you get severe at this and fast enough on my explanation, okay, I want you also to learn that if you have a house cat, I want you to watch those suckers. Because they're quick as lightning. If you want to be faster than the sun hitting your body. Okay, and cold. You step out, whoa! It's faster than any kind of thing on the planet today. There's nothing faster than it, ever. I don't believe in time. That proves that. No, I don't like that word. That shows that time does not exist. You step outside, whoop. It's like not even instantaneous, faster than an instant. Then be faster than that. When you do your first technique, be maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times faster. Then you get your kicks in. That's how you understand. Once you bring this understanding on speed and to be very dangerous from massage and acupressure and the medical arts, welcome to a Dimmac fighting art. Okay? Now, I want to tell you something. First of all, I know how to do the brick test from Bloodsport with my hands, but I mostly do it with my feet. Okay? I love it. Okay, I've been studying Dimmac for about, I don't know, 35 years, ever since I was a kid, kind of. Okay? The reason why I do it is because of how I said. When you are fighting somebody, alright, I was a wrestler and a karate fighter when I was younger. I mean, I still am, I don't do it anymore. Like, I don't wrestle in school anymore. But I always knew, okay, that somebody would attack my legs. I'm a wrestler, okay? Always know that these guys can come after your legs. That kick is right there to just kick them. If you go sow, and because they're going to throw a jab. When you bring it down, they're going to shoot with it, and because their arm is already there, okay? So we have up, they're right here to shoot, you kick them. Then, okay, we have here maybe a face, maybe an inner elbow, and a head you grab the head and smack their head on their ear and throw your inner elbow at them. Bah! You can break their neck like that, by the way. Okay? Or you get them in a lock where their chin is in here, okay, and you kind of squeeze this in. Do lots of things. Okay, if it's on this side and they came to shoot, okay, we have here, their head is right where we want it. You want these guys on, even though they can pick you up, but you want their head not in front of, like, not right here, because they're going to do a circle spin takedown. You don't want that. You want this here. They're here, okay, and you rip their face apart. All right, because when they get you down, okay, and they start, you know, banging you with their forearm, you're not going to be too happy on your stomach or your back. Okay, you're not going to be too happy when they start throwing forearms right into your eyeballs. Okay, you're not going to like that, and you're going to wind up in the hospital if not dead. Okay, when somebody is a nutso Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, they're not going to give a shit. Okay, they're fucked up in the head, and they don't really have too many morals, those guys. Okay, all they care about is saying that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like the best thing that ever happened to the exist. Okay, like they're all mentally ill, and they don't give a rat's ass about anything else, but sitting there, rolling around like a fag with another fag, and that's the end of it. Okay? They don't get it, that it's not the best fighting system in the fucking world for the street fight, and it's just a sport anyway. Okay, and I mean, I know sport fighting, yeah, but I don't care about it. I don't believe in sports in general. It's like they don't even know what a control lock is, because they don't even study them. All they study is submissions, and that's about it. Okay? The military adds military things to it. Okay, don't get me wrong, but I don't like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people. They're very, very asshole people that they talk about things, besides, of course, an expert killer, that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like better than, I don't know, Christmas, literally, okay? Or holidays, or anyway, you know, a certain kind of religious figure like Shiva here on my necklace. I would just like to just shut them up, really, to tell you the truth. So if somebody comes in here, I didn't say you couldn't knee them, okay? And they go, bam, and you come down, but they wanted to shoot, okay? knee him right in the face and practically kill the guy. Tell him to shut up already about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay? Get nasty with the guy. When he's on top of you, grab the sucker's hair and his ears and pull him around with it. Roll him over with it. One ear here, hook his arm like this. When you're down here, grab his ear and hook his arm to take the power away from his shots. Like you're a snake around his arm. Grab his fuck. John Cena did it to Brock Lesnar. Grab his ear, flip him the fuck over if he's doing his little ground and pound shit, and then get him instead. Okay? You could do that to any one of them. Alright? Because when they come down, grab them there. And grab their arms on top and hook it in good. So they can't come up anymore. And one ear and one hook, and then roll them around with the ear over the hook side. That actually will work very, very well. You could grab their hair. They keep their hair short so they can't get it pulled for that fact. Okay, but some of them have long hair. They don't believe in a fucking thing. Okay, they don't believe in anything at all, to tell you the truth, really. Joe Rogan is just a bullshit artist. Okay, it's even, I don't mean to get like this, but it's even said that, you know, I mean, he's a conspiracy dude. He wants to, you know, say that things happen and things don't, or whatever. I mean, whatever. I understand, but it's just for money. But at the same time, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys believe in nothing. Like, nothing. They're like, I don't know, a football player in high school. They don't believe in a fucking thing, okay? That's not how I am. I never was, okay? I never said that if you go to the Orient and you learn Kung Fu from the Orient for like 25 years, or you even live there or whatever, that you're not going to beat somebody up in America. That's no street fighting. I never said that. And they use, you know, some serious ass Kung Fu that you never even heard of before, okay? Yeah, of course they can do that, all right? A lot of people, you know, don't like when people say that Kung Fu doesn't work, and I'm actually one of them, all right? But at the same time, the techniques that you want to understand are military techniques, okay? CIA techniques, a really good Kung Fu system, okay? Something that you find yourself even, and you bring real fighting into it, okay? If you were to bring rough and tumble into Kung Fu, as rough and tumble Kung Fu is kind of how I did just now. And really that was the outcome. I put Crazy Tiger Boxing, I found that from Crazy Monkey, and then we had some 52 blocks into claw strikes and stuff like that. 52 blocks boxing from jail is a Kung Fu, okay? Watch my other videos. I hope you got a lot out of this video. I enjoyed, you know, teaching you. I actually, you know, I teach the fixing of martial arts and finding systems, and I really enjoy it. I can't fight; my eyes are too bad. Of course, I'm probably gonna have to save my life someday, to tell you the truth, maybe once. And I've always been a fighter and into fighting. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.